make it. Okie doke. Well, I'll start chatting about what we're going to do today whilst we wait for anyone else to arrive. So we have been practicing Vinyasa flow yoga this whole time, this however many weeks it's been. And I thought I would actually just talk a little bit more about what it is and we can put the theory into practice. So I originally trained in Ashtanga yoga, which is quite a disciplined practice. It's a set sequence called the primary series. It never changes. It's always the same, this primary series sequence. And you move through these different postures, and each posture you hold for 5 breaths, and then you move through a vinyasa, which is a flow with the breath to the next posture. And vinyasa flow, I really like to think of as a kind of freestyle Ashtanga. So whilst I trained in this very kind of disciplined approach, I've now freed it up a lot, and I teach vinyasa flow, which is a way to really connect breath to the movement. And Vinyasa in Sanskrit, the language from ancient India that we name our yoga postures in, Vinyasa means to place in a special way. So that means that when we practice Vinyasa flow, our postures are deliberately placed in a special way together. And we can kind of think of our yoga postures as beads on a necklace. And the thread that threads all the beads together is the breath. So the breath is our constant. It's the breath that carries us through the whole practice. So the postures will change, everything will change throughout the practice, but the breath is our continuous, constant anchor that flows us through everything. And Vinyasa flow is really versatile because we can do power flows that's really active, loads of planks, all that stuff, strength building. We can do slow flow, which is very mindful and slow movement, bringing the body down into that kind of more restful state. And then we've also got Vinyasa flow that can be way more free. So you can actually just put on some music and flow through different postures and go through your Vinyasa and free it up almost like a dance. So today we'll start as we always start, in a comfortable position. You can lie down or you can sit up, just go with whatever your body kind of feels like doing today. But wherever you are, we're going to take that first moment of our practice to close the eyes or take the gaze down and to welcome ourselves to our mats. Say like, hey, you made it here. Good job. And we'll start to take a few deep breaths. Breathing all the way down to the belly, so filling up with air on the inhale, letting it go on the exhale. You can even sigh out the mouth. And these first few breaths are really a chance to anchor us into the here and now. So anything else that's happened this morning, this week, feel into a sense of letting that be outside of this practice for now. And we're coming to feel the body. So we notice what we're lying or sitting on. We notice the texture of our clothes on our skin. We notice how everything feels. Are there any areas that are quite tight and sticky? Are there any areas that are really soft and relax quite easily? Check in with all of that. And then what differentiates our yoga practice to our other movement practices is that we often work with intentions or themes. So if you've been coming to these lunchtime sessions, you'll have noticed how we always weave a theme from start to beginning. And as much as the breath is our thread that ties the postures together, the theme is like our container that keeps everything with a sense of meaning. So today I'd love to invite you to have the opportunity to make that container for yourselves. So you can set your own theme, your own intention for today's Vinyasa flow practice. What quality do you want to embody today? Or is there someone in particular that you really want to send this energy from this practice to? Or maybe you have a quite physical intention. Do you want to challenge yourself or do you want to go easy on yourself? Take a moment to have a little ponder on that. And then take a deep breath into your intention, into your theme. Resolve to be committed to it, and exhale out anything that stands in your way. And you can blink the eyes open. Hello, hello. Hi, Penny, Saeed, and Lindsay. Oh, you love the heart cushion. My mum made that this morning. Okie doke. So let's get standing straight away. We'll come up to the tops of our mats, and we're coming into Tadasana, mountain posture. So the feet are hips distance apart. You can pick up your toes, spread them, replant them down. Then you can kind of push down through the toes and lift the heels a few times. And then roll the shoulders up, back and down, until the arms can come by the sides. So that's a steady, stable posture with the palms and fingers spread. And start to feel here for lifting up out of the waist. So you can really tell when you're collapsing in a little bit and when you've got that sense of lifting up out the waist, but without completely flaring the rib cage. So you're still hugging in the lower ribs. So we've got that long line from the arch of the foot all the way up to the top of the head, and really feel for that lift up through the top of your head. You can also tuck the chin ever so slightly, take the gaze down the nose. Take an inhale here and an exhale to feel your feet plant on the floor. Inhale to rise the arms up. Exhale to swan dive forward, hugging the belly in as you drop the head and bend the knees. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs for halfway lift. Exhale, frame the feet. Step back to lower the knees directly beneath the hips for our tabletop. Inhale, belly drops, chest forward. Exhale, round the back, gaze within. Inhale, belly drops, look up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the toes, push belly to thighs, and lift the hips up and back for down dog. You might move the feet back a little bit as well to give yourself more room, and pedal out through one leg and then the other. If you don't want to do any weight bearing today, if you're giving the shoulders a rest, then you can always stay in your cat-cow. So that's the other thing about Vinyasa flow, is you always have options. So in your cat-cow, you're still moving with the breath, moving the spine. In your down dog, you're spreading your fingers, you're pressing the floor away from you. You're squeezing the belly back to the thighs, and you're lifting the hips up and away. Now, wherever you are, either step or walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the head. Take a moment here to really hang heavy. Arms drop, head drops. Feel free to sway from side to side. Slowly start to roll up, stacking the vertebrae, and inhale on your way up. Exhale in your Tadasana. Fingers spread, shoulders rolling down the back. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward, drop the head. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs, long back. Exhale, frame the feet and step back to all fours. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, round the back. Tuck the toes, come to downward dog, or stay with your cat-cows. Your choice. From there, take the gaze forward, walk or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Press the feet down and inhale to lift the arms up so the hands feel light. The feet are pressing down. Exhale, palms to heart center, hands by the side. And now, as we flow through this thing that we've been doing between our other postures, that's called a vinyasa. So if you hear teachers saying, oh, you can either flow through your vinyasa or you can take a break, it's this flow that we've been doing. And that was a variation with the cat-cows that you're welcome to continue taking. another option for our vinyasa is what we're going to go through today. Now. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, take it all the way back to plank. Inhale, push the ground. Exhale, knees lower, chest lowers, elbows squeeze in, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze down the nose. Exhale, push through all fours to downward facing dog. So you can choose the vinyasa that you move through between postures. You can come to all fours and do your cat-cow, or you can flow through our plank, cobra, and down dog. From here, let's take the right foot forward. So you can do that by rolling the shoulders over the wrists into your plank and squeeze the knee into the chest. Keep pushing the floor away and then plant the foot. You might plant it up between the hands. You might help it forward between the hands. From there, keep the left toes tucked and let's take a little rock forwards and back in a runner's lunge. So keep the chest lifting up and over that right thigh. From there, let's really steady our feet so you're rooting down through the right foot and through the left toes. Inhale, arms up. Right knee is above right ankle. Inhale here, find leg with the arms and with the back leg. Exhale, arms down by the side, drop the left knee. Inhale, lift up with the arms, lift up with the left knee. Exhale, left knee lowers, arms come down by the side of the body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Let's take a moment here to untuck the toes, to take the hands to the hips, and to squeeze the left glute as we feel for the left hip reaching forward and feel for the right hip crease reaching up and back. You can then take your arms up, you can keep them on the hips, totally your choice. Take a few deep breaths here to steady yourself, to feel the firm ground beneath. And then frame your front foot once again and tuck your back toes. We're lifting up on the back knee, coming back into that runner's lunge again. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Feel for a sense of buoyancy here so you can kind of easily have a little bounce. And we're going to draw up and back through the right hip crease, lift out from the waist and tilt into a diagonal. So you've got a long diagonal from the tips of the fingers to the back heel. If this is too much for you, you can lower the back knee. From there, we're going to start to lift the back foot, pull the weight into the front foot, and come into our warrior 3. You can also hold on to something. You can hold on to the floor. We want the left toes pointing at the floor. And really stand firm on that right leg. Then very, very slowly start to lower the back foot. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale, plant the hands. And this is where you choose your vinyasa. So either come to all fours, inhaling and exhaling through cat-cow, or step back to your plank, inhaling to push the floor, exhaling to lower down, inhaling to a back bend, and exhaling to downward facing dog. So if you're in cat-cows and you're taking it gentle today, come to child's pose. If you were doing your plank vinyasa, come up into your down dog. So you're choosing whether you want to take it gentle or whether you're feeling for wanting to challenge yourself a bit. Both are, of course, entirely valid. Okie doke, so from here, this time we're going to Take the left knee up to the chest, the shoulders over the wrists, and step that left foot forward. Again, you might need to help it. So our hands are framing the front foot. We've lifted the heel of the right foot this time. And you're taking a little sway forward and back. From there, inhale the arms up. You can feel here for a little bit of a squeeze inwards between the inner thighs. And feel for a sense of lift up through the central midline of the body, so up from the pelvic floor, lifting in and up through the belly button, feeling a lift up through the crown of the head. Inhale here with the length in the arms and the right leg. Exhale, right knee bends and lowers, arms lower. Inhale, lift up light. Exhale, slow, controlled bend, knee, lower arms. Inhale, lift up, palms can touch. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale all the way up. Exhale down, untuck the toes, hands to hips. Squeeze the right glute, feel the right hip reaching forward. Draw up and back through your left hip crease. Left knee roughly above left ankle. Take a few deep breaths here. You may have noticed your heart rate start to quicken. So invite the breath to be something that soothes you, that lands you back into a little bit of steadiness. Feel free to rise the arms if you want to feel for that lifting up out of the waist, or keep the hands on the hips. From here, we're going to glide the arms down slowly through the air, framing the front foot once again, tucking the back toes and lifting the back knee. From there, come back to your high lunge. Draw up and back through this left hip crease so that as you lift up and over with the chest, with the heart space, you can find a long diagonal line from the fingertips to your back heel. From there, start to really pour the weight into your left standing leg and find your variation of Warrior 3. It might be full of wobbles, that's great. This is all a practice. It's called practice for a reason. Hold on to something if you need to. Draw the lower belly in. Point the right toes to the floor. Feel free to have quite a bend in the standing leg if it helps you. Woo! From there, let's really slowly and consciously start to lower the back toes. Inhale, back to your lunge, reach the arms up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Either step all the way back to plank or step to your all fours. Now you're either moving through your cat-cows here with the breath, or you're moving through your other variation of Vinyasa, lowering down to the floor, inhaling to back bend, exhaling to down dog. And now let's all come into a child's pose. So you can have your knees as wide as the mat, the bum back to the heels. Walk the hands all the way forward. Drop the head to the floor, to a cushion, or to stacked fists. And take a moment here in your child's pose to again feel that deep belly breath. So as you inhale, the whole belly balloons out. And as you exhale, you release all the air. Let's gently lift the head and pull the fingers across the mat towards the knees. You can take a moment here with the backs of the hands on the thighs, the palms facing up in a gesture of acceptance. And this time focus on the rise and fall of the chest. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, chest falls. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, chest falls. As you focus on the rise and fall of the chest, really feel for the shoulders being given permission to move down away from the ears. The arms can be heavy. And then let's pop our right leg out. Our left sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh of the right leg. And you can turn yourself to really face that right foot. Draw the right toes back towards you. And again, feel for that sense of lifting up out of the waist. So you've got a really long spine here. Inhale where you are with that length. Exhale to hinge from your right hip and start to bow the chest forward, keeping the length in the spine. Inhale again. Be conscious of that length in the back. Exhale to bow chest and belly down. Drop your head so the chin can nod to the chest. And let's take a few moments in our forward fold on the right side. You may feel like the exhale kind of gives you an invitation to fall a little bit more into your fold. Or you might actually be working with backing off a little bit, maybe coming up a bit more and really focusing on drawing the toes back towards you. Feel into what's right for your body. Inhale to come up out of the pose. Exhale to cross-legged. And we're going to do what's called a seated vinyasa here. So it's seated cat-cows. So we're in our cross legs. We inhale to lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, gaze up. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back, belly in. Inhale, chest scoops through, chin up. Exhale, gaze down, round the back. Then take our left leg out, the sole of the right foot to the inner thigh of the left leg. Really draw those left toes back to you, reach away through the heel. Turn to face that left foot. Feel for that lifting up out of the waist. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Find that length, that posture. Inhale. Exhale to gently crawl the fingertips forward. You're slowly and consciously bowing the belly and the chest over the leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drop the head. Let the upper body bow over the leg. Keep drawing the left toes in towards you. And let the breath carry you through this forward fold. Notice your experience of it. Where can you feel the stretch? Where is the body speaking to you? Inhale to lift up. Exhale to bring both legs out in front of you. Hands behind you, knees bent. Let's sway the knees from side to side here. And a couple of options for this next posture. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch. So we'll all start here. You can use the hands to support you. Knees bent. Lift the right ankle to cross over just below the left knee. Flex the right foot so you're keeping that foot active. And reach the right knee forward and away from you. This may be enough. Or you may want to lie back and hug the back of the left thigh towards the body for perhaps a little bit more of a stretch. And wherever you are, consciously relax the face. So make sure there's no holding in the jaw. Relax the forehead. And then we'll slowly change over. So this time, the right foot comes to the floor, the left ankle comes just below right knee. Flex the left foot. Steer the left knee forward and away from the body. Feel free to go for the second option of hugging the right thigh in. Wherever you are, keep feeling for reaching that left knee away from you. And then everyone can come onto their backs. Can lift the legs and the arms above the body so the arms and the legs are dangling in the air. Circle the feet, circle the hands. One way and then the other. And now is the time to go splat on your mat. So you can take the legs out as much as you've got space for, the arms out with the palms facing up. You can move the head from side to side to ease out the neck a little. And then we'll come to stillness. Closing the eyes or staring at a fixed point on the ceiling. And letting the body kind of feel both heavy and weightless at the same time. It doesn't need to make sense. And you might take a moment here to cast your mind back to your theme or your intention from the start of the practice. And to feel that in your body. So perhaps if you thought of someone you wanted to dedicate this practice to, you can really imagine them, picture them, feel them with you. If you thought of a quality you wanted to work with, then feel that quality existing in every cell of your body. Then take a deep belly breath and let it all go on the exhale, so no need to think about anything in particular. Just know that you have full permission to relax here, to take this next minute to fully be still, to put everything down for a moment. Knowing that there's nothing more important than this moment of relaxation right now. And anything else can be tended to in a moment. Gently start to deepen your breath. Circle the hands, circle the feet. Rock the head from side to side. As always, you can stay in your relaxation, closing down your device. Or if you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, hug the knees to the chest, take a rock from side to side. Roll over to one side and keeping the eyes closed or the gaze lowered, find your way to seated. Palms together in Anjali Mudra at heart center. And I'd love to invite you here to extend some gratitude and appreciation towards yourself for showing up and for moving through your practice today, whatever it means to you. Take a deep breath in. And a sigh out. Blink the eyes open. And thank you again for joining me in my living room, even though I can't see you, but I know that you're there. And as always, let me know if you've got anything in particular that you want to work on, and we'll see what we can do. I'll be here again Monday, Tuesday, Friday next week at 12:30. Thank you very much. Bye bye.